Good morning, guys. Just monitoring the market. Had two contract on oil sitting on the outside. That one puff. Pretty overnight, pretty open. Move it to the downside. Alright, so let's go through what we are looking at. We are looking at this is not even at 138 38% retracement, so expect more downward pressure on the market. So if you have any questions, you just pop them in here if you are there. Right, let's go to oilprice.com. So today the IA it's coming out 12 p.m. my time. It should be 11 p.m. Eastern. We know we have a lot of risk in the market, including coronavirus. So what we're looking to do is whether the storm this morning on buy account intuitive move post market might be a live entry. There is a long-term trade that we actually do have on the options market, so we're waiting to get filled on the options market, which is that same buy at 53. We're trying to get filled. We sold some 60s early this week, so more or less those we already took profit on. So we're trying to butterfly the market by leaving one. That is options. Let's not get into that. Right. Oil inventories, looking at us building instead of a draw. That is what they think. Um, EIA analyst expectation was for a draw of 0.1 million barrels. So look out for that to put some downward pressure on the market. Let's look at this is a 1 day. A 1 day trade. Could bring some coffee for me. Yeah, 1 day trade. 1 day trading. We're looking for types of moves and range moves. Really, is really a range move we're looking for, and nobody know that support is. Now this might be long term today, or well, not long term trade, or right there you can see where we located right here. We want to have that kill bar here. So what we would want to be having to do is risk a little more with two contracts today. If we do get that price filled, we'll be taking our price. You can see the node here. We want to make sure that this is a 1 day chart, so be very careful. We want to have our trade location at 30. So you can see I posted 25 this morning. Alright. So you want to increase the risk a little bit to 30. Use the test of 53s as our breaker. Use a 1-to-1 or TP1 and 2.5 or 2-to-1 on TP2. You could also increase it TP3 standard 2.5 in our opinion. It's a long-term trade. What we do have is this here. You can see we have an increase in volume to the downside. Doom, 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 doom. We were looking to fall off 56, 50 overnight. That was based on just a return to partial structure, and we identified highly unlikely we might reach a more likely move is always match time. Look at where London opened this morning. That might be a potential area to get in. That would be at 4 p.m. 4 a.m. my time. So you see that 55.80. That might be a spot that you'll be able to lean on this morning on a live trade. 80, and it should be able to give you 10. So 80 to 85 is a possible area for sales. We'll probably take a single. You can see where the volume is there. So you want to see if you have your opening bounce. Trip there, use 30 points as your stop loss. Make sure your stops above there, above rock structure high. This is your opening trade right there on London. You can see 80 to 90 might be a area to get in on London there. So join the bears on the sell side. You can see that is also where you had some price action move right here. If you have questions, you can post them here. Good morning to all. Right, so you're looking for your order flow to bounce back to the upside. If you get the bounce back to the upside, sell back here. Now with top step, you're not allowed to trade through the news. I am out trade with a broker, so be very careful. So if 12 o'clock reaches, you see that number, wait and consider time before do it. This would be our GTC trade on my own setup, on our setups here. It's good to close, so we have that good to close trade setup with options backing up everything. Whether was I OTM sell options for using and one ATM option. That is options. Consider that market should now be opening. Right, we still targeting that 25 area as sell. It looks a bit confusing. We had an extreme down day yesterday. We had an extreme down day. You can see where the point of control is way up here from yesterday, which is bad. See where the point of control is, value low 25, so you're looking for that there. And we'll talk more JD. If you look at last night's trade plan, you would see a couple of things. Don't need to save that then. I wonder how I got out of some at 583 yesterday. I was confirmed, got out at 10, so I remain with 50 average buy prices. Somewhere in the region of 280 now. So I pocketed some. Yeah, got back 5,000 now with 6,000. I could say over time 17,000. So I'm back at 1 to 2. 50 more holding out there. If the dip comes in the market, I have no problem with that. My average entry is 283. Yeah, it's just a that could stay there until certain things happen. You can see within the video sitting now very back all by the place there. Right, so let's get to this now. You can see the 53, which forgot that was 12. Right, that's what we're talking about on deviation. 53, 03 to 3.5 is our entry level. That's what we're looking at for the continuation sell. To the downside, look for a short bounce with 2 contracts, 6 points, 10 points, bring it back to structure. If you make sure that your stops behind 3300 flat, if you do get broken out, then be careful, very careful of what you do. And we were talking about volume. That was 250,000, which is a larger than normal number. So there was volume in the overnight. Right now you're testing the previous low, 0506, like the previous low right there, recent low. You can see delta build. We have two contracts sitting right here at 3305, it stops right here at 3297. I just had a range buy with where the liquidity is sitting at. For best guesses, that is where the bulls sitting waiting to go back into the market. Let me see if I could replay this, pull this up for you guys. He probably might have been able to show it. Bookmark. See what the area does have. You can see it right here. Over trees, to fives to the downside. So how you can do this is lag your entry. One lag here at 05, one at 03. But it's too early in the day for metal lag and entry like that, so. And also looking at the delta. No, in where you're trading our style of trading, just could easily fall through. 4.5, 3 point. I don't want to be in this trade as yet. Right, we got locked
Order
in
filled.
there. Now, this is like trying to catch a falling knife. Be very careful of how you act there. You can see a delta still dropping, move to a 5-minute chart, which is supposed to be execution chart right here. Past 4,000, we had 4,000. Right, now I want to see is my delta start to lift. Once I see in red and I'm not seeing it move down, deliver that. Once it don't pass this 2000 range, if it pass 2000 range, I mean already most likely blown out of the water here. The logical part is for you to hit 300 first and then to the bounce to the upside. I'm using 6 points, 6.5 points top losses, 6 points initial TP1s, 10 points TP2. Now being here is like trying to catch a fallen knife, so be very careful. The market is now open, so you might just get hit and move just like that. Let's see a logical point here. If it passes that point, we know we're in trouble. Dun, 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 dun. What do we all up to? Right, we had 54, 55 so far. Nobody will make up the mind as yet. It was like what JD was saying, potential waterfall. And so if we do get through this, come to the upside here, we're looking at a return, break the volume, as if we get away with this. We're looking for that opening trade back to the sell side. Could pull all of this in my opinion now. You don't need this. You don't need that. Right. Look at where you're located. You know where secondaries are. to back up your trade. You have very strict rules. Right there, 87s to 90s. That's just backup required. And of course the 72 to 75 is used separately to trade. You just want to make sure you can survive this test of 3300 right now. We were talking about we don't want to see Delta on a 5-minute chart past 2000. That is bye bye for it. So patience might be key here. We will be loaded on a single live. I have set up there already, so just need to make sure and check and see if I'm filled on my stuff. Hold on. Okay, watch this right now. I'm filled on my stuff. No worries. Generally, this early will be a high risk trade, especially if you're going against the grade. Win rate's a little bit lower. I think we got some like 55%, but it's a little better than break even. So once it's better than break even, in our opinion, from our studies and back testing. So if you have any questions at all, except asking me how build those deviation levels. Right, got going positive, there's a flip. Oh. Right. That should be a flip candle, the confirmation to jumping if you're so inclined with short stops, of course. And to be out at the single by 10 o'clock. If possible. So this is what I used to struggle with a lot, was caring too much about exactly getting to the bottom of the market, having fear. You know you have a zone of interest here, you have a kill zone. That is why I place booking orders now. That was my biggest issue, was executing on live market. Executing live market is something that is it plays with my mind a lot, so doing that will be very difficult. So what we look for on the initial is 6 points or 24 ticks on the market. You can see why we can look for 5 points on the market also here for a structure. I want to see if this vacuum activates. If the vacuum does not activate, you know how to close up your profits. Once you can make 5 points to close off, reduce your risk, push your stops to just below 33, you should be good. Rule of thumb is look to get out at 50% of your position as quickly as possible and leave your trade at break even. So in this case you could see right, In this case, you can see there's 6 points at risk, 6 points at TP. So you're looking for a one-to-one trade there. Looking to make sure that you have 1, 2, 3 steps to go through. You have blockers to block you there. If by some chance volume and value goes against you, have no qualms about it, because that is your 12 points at risk you have in the market. Yeah, you can't do anything about it trading this style. And you can see my settings are on good to close. If you're on top step, make sure you're on the, I think you might be able to, well, you can do good to close on the micro account. Bam bam bam. Ding 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 ding. I was watching to see if I could play some video games today, but not too much chance of that happening. Just trying to monitor my oil. There's the break on oil. I remember where we located. That this over here is our kill zone, 40 to 20. Knock it out for you guys. I have stuff sitting here. A lot. Oop, what the hell? A lot of some long term stuff sitting here. Well, got $2 move. I want to see when news come out which band we could probably hit. The oil. Like ES. Right. 1, 2, 3. 2 positive. Let's see where we get in counter fills. Concentrate on the dome here. Where the liquidity is, if the liquidity being absorbed. Could check my bookmap, but you wouldn't be able to see my bookmap. Dum 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 dum. Got a wonderful life. Follow this way and force by God, please. Okay, I just mute. Alright, I need to go and take care of some stuff. That. Alright, look at the high, look at the low. Where's my volume chart for the day? Yesterday is closed. Yeah, because yesterday is closed. And my active open. Right now we have this area reacting in this area. Yeah, dropped into the vacuum. Vacuum have final liquidity here. Push to the upside is likely. Well, likely, quote unquote. Right, this is where you might be able to get a short risk trade of the 18 to the downside. Pre-active. Then that's assuming that we get back up there. Right here. Right there. Why that feels so aggressively? Look at the 18 with stops and PBs. Yeah, so the reason I don't use too much live orders, just use live orders. That's why I could sit here and chat a bit. Is because mentally it's not conducive to my thought process or my execution process. So I would have working orders sitting outside like oh I have one. Oil right now on. Right, so once my primary fill, it will be good, but as a long term trade, logical move is return to the upside and then push down to deal with all the volume that was left behind. Let's see a lot more trading. The curve is not a bell curve, but here you have two areas where the market is looking at right now. So, and learning how to trade profiles does take a while. FT does a really good job of explaining it on he did a couple. You can search YouTube for FT Trader 71 on market profiles. I don't understand. Good. A little more advanced. Not too basic, but between basic and intermediate, you could say. You can see we tapping off at that 07 low. I can see this right here. See this is that tap off right there, tapping off right against that. With our 15-minute chart to show that clearly. So you can see where we had at O5 point of control, O6 right there. You see why we had point of control there, why we identified this O3 here as our level. So you're bouncing against some headway there, and you're seeing some absorption in the market, so be careful of a secondary kick in the market. Very careful of a secondary kick in the market there. Our opinion still holds. Just looking for that 6 points where most of the volume and value is located right here, just below it. You want to be just below that. To give you a positive risk to reward, or balance your risk to reward in this case. When TP1 closes, well, if TP1 closes, we want to be, we take 1.5 points behind right here and look for the long side. So you can see why you're having this headwind right here with that volume here. You want to see this volume being absorbed, as well as being absorbed a bit to drag back the market to the upside. We're looking very hard at the SOC, where the former SOC was, right up here at 18. For the execution. So you can see not a Gaussian trade at all. We end up with a lot of volume extremely down. Weird. Anti-Gaussian. So you can see price searching. When it does push, it does search for price a lot. So we have 12 point error switches, max risk of 600 bucks on the market. Looking to clear out 300 early, then roll stops. Knowing what in the market, what not in the market, being very careful. Want to see that 10 a.m. if we see continuation, we will be overly and utterly screwed, because we know this is our point here. If you close this now, you're only closing 150, 125 dollars in profit. Not our style of trading whatsoever. Tend to let the trade run through. Promise we didn't see anything too dangerous here. So I push to the downside. You can see green, green, green. That is starting to be positive. The movement is being iffy, meaning that you have a big move in the market to the upside. Either you want to see clean bounce from the upside, or you see absorption. This signifies some absorption with the move in the market being small. So be careful if you have multiple contracts with short stops. You could take profit at that 6.5 level, which will give you 3 points, scalp 3 points, and then wait for the longer trade to fulfill. So you'll be at a risk-free trade. Not my particular style of trading. I like to get 6 points off 1-to-1 and then use my secondary as my runner. You can see how choppy the market is. Searching for price like it hasn't been here in a while. So you can see the search for price is there. For the distance, it is single contract. I didn't think about that. Right, for the distance the market is from the top to the bottom, you're looking to go counterintuitive, meaning 12 you would see selling the market right here, so you would see a build. So if the build does come, want to be counterintuitive and look to buy the market at certain levels. So again, your clean break off the 10. Wonder why. Just want to close out 300 bucks.
Order filled.
Alright, got the order filled there. Alright, secondaries there now. Roll this up. 300. Let it run. We've got a support now. We've got two things. We have active value. Yeah. So how this run is use three volume profiles to try to make this decision, because looking at head and shoulder, ping ping down as the trade idea. So if you have a main trade idea as that, I'm going to take all this into account from high to low swing, assuming this is the high to low swing here. Volume profile, look for high to low swing, find where your value is. Right, make your adjustment because you've seen a lot more push to the downside. Make the adjustment, you can see where the kick from the 21 came in and did what it wanted to do. The market went down. So this is what we call composite profiling. Right, make sure I am in the right place. Right, composite high, composite low, and bam, return to open. That's a why here. 25 wouldn't be that valid in my case today. Now this is where the decision is. So you can see high, low, shoulder, push to the downside, looking for the return to the upside back. Now this is using logical reference and technicals. So I'm looking to get in that short position of where, or using this as a targeting tool. The high is here. Oh, I don't remember. This is the new high here. That's why. Right. So, my mistake. This is not the high. This is the actual high. Right. Yeah. Music it there. So the Fib active volume value for the day, build out that trade there, and we end up at 18s at max, and you can see the volume kick at 15. Now we have 23 as the bridge, so we would use 18. Let me just go and put in that order on my stuff here. Let's remove all of that. Move that. downside, just looking for the logical move to the upside where I could get quick fills into the market. Bam, bam, bam. So we're looking for a 16 to 18 entry. We'll take the average price in and look at 17 possibly as the entry. So we'll have one sell. I need to go and put this onto my system. Hold on. You can see where the stops located above the recent high. Looking for the push to the upside there. I don't want to be greedy with the secondary done rolled. Stops to 3300 there. Look for the push to the upside back up to 13 to the you can see where the execution here is 16 to 18. You could use 1 and 16, 1 to 18 if you so choose the trade. Oh, let's get into it. Myself back up for $100 today, so like the restaurant. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum. Alright, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I got shot by a CL position. Overnight, that was one hanging out from somewhere. No issues with that. Yeah, that's not really my forte. I'm just gonna put in my position there. So, anyhow, I don't need to. Alright, Dun, 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 dun. We have a possible scalping buy here. 77, yeah, 80. Yeah, possible scalping buy at 85. Oh, nice. Sorry, move like it. That is a time of day trade. But I found a better support there. Trade off right off the 90. And look for a bomb. Not my stuff to deal with today. Bang, bang, bang. Look at my range right now. All over. 10 points from below to the high. And run like a girl. One below is 301 plus 311.25. High to low bounce. Yeah, probably not too much. I want to see my SOC full figure number here, otherwise that means I'm wrong. Try to maximize my profits on the trade. Don't get nervous, don't try to take profits on that. Roll my guaranteed up just now. Need to go and roll that guaranteed up. Hold on. Right, just went and rolled my stuff up there, so my stock's sitting here now. So I guarantee $400 technically if I do get stopped out at 6. Still want to be below point of control. Looking at the upside, so took 6 points off, 6 and 2.5, 8.5 cost a trade. You can see the ask price just lifting, like for dome traders. See that just lifting volume wise. Good board to trade that amount of volume this morning. You can see the oil getting the pop also. That was a 3% move. To the downside, yeah, that requires some repair. You can see time right there. Open of the market. That's a kickoff 90 there. They got fill on 90. They're in business. If you're a guy who follows it, just make sure you know what your risk is, where your risk is. Looking way down here for a trade, or at 55.80 on the news, and then look for the downside. The move to the downside, you could get your face ripped off, so just make sure you have contracts sitting. I have a single sitting there at 55.80. It's a high volume node, point of control. So this is like what Dan was talking about, trade away from VWAP. So if I put indicator here, volume based VWAP to be under. Yep. Right. So if you trade away from VWAP, you know you have a good buy area time of day. For that, just looking for your 20-30 points. Go back to VWAP and quit the trade because you're not too sure if you're going to pass to that area there. but I wouldn't be in that trade pre-news today. I really want to be there at the location I'm looking at, because there is an inflection point right there at where the market actually opened, which is right there at 20. So I have a lot of things against me trading at that level. If I had caught somewhere between the 80 to 85 level, I would have been able to take the risk with 20 points a risk. Not my trading. We got in at 90. Cool. Yes. Now trading is a sedentary job. Dude, everything hurts at some point. Need to do a lot more exercise and drink a lot less coffee. I'm in the office alone these days, so not much to do. Can't tell anybody to buy yourself, so I had to walk away and actually do it myself. Like after I get my malware issues. Still working on getting those new computers. Two guys working out, working from home. Trained well enough, so I'll leave them to do what they need to do. No, this is where watching a chat doesn't be nice. I tell you. Break the just using 54.77 as the base. Come here. See what's up. What's up? Except that's up. Yeah, you got all. I actually got filled on the industries I was talking about yesterday. Pretty good trade. Oh, let me just see this. Yeah, coronavirus all over the place. I need to see a 4 or 5 hour chart. Then view what the VP looks like. Right there, that's where we got caught at 54.86. Bing. Shocker. Could bet it is 76 pip also. You know what? Alright, so what is the reach of this one day? Alright, bam, see where our major support still lies. Right there. The market. You can see. That was a struggle about take the high of this particular area right here. This is the rough node. That should not be support there, so yeah, pretty much the analysis. So I'm like going, oh come on, you didn't tell. What you doing then? I won't be that guy. You can see you what you're trading against Delta. So oh yes. Now it's 11:20. Yeah. I'll close trade my trade and done. You're unfair. Unfair. That's unfair. That is this which is oops. No. This yes is equal to is equal to it's opposite on my average close, which is 8.22 points. Close 6 should give me the 8.22. You're unfair. Don't care. Dum. Aha. That's why point of control shifted from here to there. You're unfair. We need to move it just to point of control. If it does find support over that level, so be it. Guys, we were looking to get into 17s, yeah. Just want to be out of the trade. Probably take short myself. 13 to 12.25, 13.5, 1.50 bucks. So 62 bucks or something like that. Just because we missed the exit by one tick, which is sad. Have no fear. I'm gonna make my adjustment on my side. Hold on. Sorry. I just need to verify some stuff on my end. Ready? Ready. Doom doom doom.
Order filled.
Finally I failed. You can see it when I hit this now. My close is in on my lives. So once the flip happened here, you have a bit of confidence on that particular trade and holding that to things. End of the day, performance today. Not bad. Losing trades down to 470. Back up today. We go through that. This is the demo account. 1-to-1. Positive risk RR would cause that from an PNL. Always have positive RR when you're trading. There's your 13s again. To close your trade right there. Once you have this POC supporting you in this situation, should be good. See when the POC flip there, that is a signal either break out to the upside or reversion. If you're in the block node, 13 exit. And that is my style, our style of trading. I already made some profits on it this morning, so we managed this pretty well. Now we have our midway. We're looking for, this is what the lock node say. So we got found support from the O3 area, went into the vacuum which we identified through deviation and logic. We just call it logic. Alright, there's the breakout of the 14s. I didn't want to play too long with that. As a day trader, I don't want to really sit all day in a trade. Right, this is your SOC here. See no subscribe. This is where you get absorption. You want to see if the market moves up in this direction. We have one or two, one single sitting here at 17. And if you was here earlier, you would see how we identify that area. I tend to look for 1 to 1.5 as take profit areas. So 6, if you're risking 6 points, you're looking at TP out at average of 9. Once you can roll off, your secondary should be at 9, where you give out 1.3 to 1.2 to 1.3, which will create your positive expectancy. Alright, now let's see what yesterday's close was. Yesterday's close was movements and the how we show close on this. I forgot. Forgot how we exactly do that job. I just get my clothes from Mirexo. It was 19 point to somebody. There's a 90 buy. Too late in the game, too close, too news. Exactly trade off for that. So this market could go anywhere at 12. So I've got a couple orders sitting outside. Looking at the last section of the swing. Take over with our 15-minute chart to show you guys this, how this setup is built. And this was the 58.50, what that kickoff is. We identified already how the buy is built. You can see volume has increased back to the downside. Yeah, would have the right to repair right up to this stage here. So right up here or there. We have 55.80 with our stops about that point, which is not the open, but it is the last swing and it is London. So if I place a line here, vertical line here, looking for a London open, it is there. And here is that line? And I really bang 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 ding 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 ding. Right. So we identified London open there, London open range, value right there, 80. Looking at this one, 15-minute bar. That's why I look at other guys use the 5-minute bar. So looking pretty high on the low of the bar. Low of the bar is 78, high of the bar is 91, 78, 91. Right, 80 to 90, 70. 85 might be your best entry on that. I choose 80. Now I'm working order sitting outside here, like a single working order. Looking for the fade, quick fade, stops above here, 30, looking for one-to-one trade, back to the V-bar, to the downside if we do get the punch. Too close news now. Look at where this morning's volume is looking like. Anything above 1,000 contracts on CL is pretty good. I see contracts trying up here. This was the open, just before the open. Now remember this is a 15-minute chart, not a 5-minute chart. 5 minutes is the execution chart. Point of control. upside. If you do hit this point of liquidity here, might see some stuff going on. You want to see minimum and test to this upside here, then change of control. Like here, you want to see at this is not a 5-minute chart, right? What would you guys show this? Not on this chart. Yeah, I see London close. You can see your POC just jumped to the open. This is your 9:30 open at 13.5 that we're looking at for the test of the open for the original close. You can see that there. Yeah, 9:30 candle here. Don't want to be fading from there at least for the while. I want to see if we get locked in and then out. So you can see your POC shift from 06 to 13, traveling up. So once it's traveling up, your point of control still don't have full Gaussian pattern on trading for the day, meaning that you have balance in the market. You can see where spikes are located here. You see here. You want to make sure if you're short in the market anyway in this area to up the overnight high, you want to be able to be behind this overnight high, which is up just above yesterday's close. And just monitor your delta to make sure you're still in balance, because you could have seen that big spike this morning was about 2000 by far, 3100 on a 5-minute chart. Then you cut back for 4000. So there are bulls in the market right there that 03 level as we supposedly suspected. So he's selling one here for his one booking order. We know why we've traded one, because we want secondaries to the upside at 20. To mitigate risk, you only traded one. Oh yes. Tired secondary. Just want to get through my oil shade, monitor that. And out, profitable day so far today. Been running this stream for almost 2 hours. No biggie. It's I'm on a time for myself, really. Dum, 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 dum. Just need to make sure and check if my 70 and 20 setup as booking orders. Just put in one time so you guys can see what I'm actually doing. Alright. Looking for 2 failures there. You can see where the secondary stops are way above what we expect. Want to get into 17 out of that 20. This is my actual setup on trade here. I want to get both sides of this. Get my wristband here. I don't want to be all inflected off the open. I want to see a push to the upside. I don't know what the hell just happened. There is Windows updated. Right, so this is what Dan will be talking about a lot. You could see settlement POC. What is with this Windows update? Oh, come on. Right. So you should always have this blind knockout. Yeah. What? 19.8. 19.5. Ready? Like definitely doesn't like me. Right. You can see that? 2 levels there. That's that 2 zone right here. Wait for that. I don't want to see that flip as yet. This is only active hour trading. Go back here. Might have to get a wired mouse to replace our wireless mouse. That is weird. What the hell? Yeah, my USB connector. I might have to carry this back. That guy with his Big Apple stuff. Oh crap. I can't pull out my next mouse from that system. The viewing situation. Yeah. Nope, I'm gonna have to go to the next mouse. And to focus on here. Again, I wouldn't be live trading on oil news. I just want to see what the reaction is. What is up with this wireless piece of crap? This is my gaming mouse. What the hell? It is ready. Right. Right, so we just want to see which reaction. Look for your volume node. Make sure you wait if you have a top step, especially wait for your 1 minute stuff to get through there. Hence, reason for that 10 to be target 17 and 20 for the entries. Looking for 13.5 one single exit on the 20 and that. So that is partially what we're looking at here. Would think about reloading, but would like to see some movement, so that would be a live trade if it do push down to the downside. Also, we know we have 86 here. If there's an extension to the move, knowing what we know, head and shoulders is the assumption. So we did not take out the opening high as yet. So in the middle of the road there, I would not be trading off on any 10s. At minimum, I want to be looking at that 15 level. Like wouldn't even be looking there at all as yet, because I want to get here. Right there. That's my minimum inside area is. Want to make sure where my stops are. My secondary stops are behind yesterday's value era low. Which gives me enough room. Oops. Gives me enough room to move along with little boy. Entry. Logical moves. Who is who? Doom. That's what I pop out here. I don't need to get that pop out. Yeah, colliders. Well, kind of movie buff, so 1917 is probably supporting that for the movie of the year, probably. Withholding evidence, chalala, whatever. Alright, let's mute here. Yeah, most likely I might get a move down to it oil. Oh, those sales people fast. Without a bullshit. We'll pull some crap. Whoa. Boom, 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 boom. No, just boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's see where the rubber hits the road, man. Need to small up this. See exactly where I want to be located. Have my trade set up here. Have my bracket set up. Make my adjustment for this. Actual trade is here through. Boom, boom, boom. Christmas, yes. Look at the time to see you where we located. If we looking for a double tap might be off below. But we'll see. What's up? Pull up this. There's our actual live setup. I just showed you crude oil inventories. This is what we got on our live. Yeah. Just put my lunch right. can see GTC trades on my end. So those are not day trades. You can see tip off of the 90 already. There's the counterintuitive move. Let's see what the number looks like, if we could get the number. A draw of build of 0.4. Yeah, you could see VWAP right there. That was 90 there. At my side, I trade in there. Sit, wait, sit, and wait. See how this plays out. That's a no-no. On both. Looking at London Open with my volume value. You can see that we were sitting right here at 90. And the kick. You just can't trade it because it would be guessing and guessing a lot. Right now we're tapping at VWAP. I tend not to trade off our VWAP at all on oil. Looking for a mechanical move. You actually see the volume just get sucked out before it's buying. Anyway. Get my time up, see when London closes. London closes in 52 minutes. Want to see if this price holds up at London close. Right, here's what we would be sticky with. I'm on the separate side. So we came down high heavy, found support, returned back to the downside, didn't get quite get that pull in. Now question is, where do we go from here? We want to see a clean break of this level here. Volume and vibe, volume and delta to the downside. We want to see volume and delta to the downside. Either test of here or break and continuation. We'll look for So looking at my time to make sure I can find an opportunity here. Already have our setup set up here. And where's I need to go here. China. Haven't gotten the reporters yet. Only seeing the overhead numbers. I want to see what cushion has done. That is one of the biggest storage areas. Right. 1, 2, 3, 5. How much we are we sitting at so far today? Performance wise, I could risk a single there for on the retest. .25, single will bring out 9.7. That will be 6. Is a single for the retest. Hit data. Logical area. We use 3. Right. I'm just gonna putting this on my trading system. Supposed to be automatically info retest on my trade. Sorry. Bam 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 bam. Make sure that in with a single. I'm just talking about this vacuum here might be important. I'm not gonna trade off it, but it would be important. You can see it right there. Not a lot of stuff went in there. We use that as an inflection. Right, this is how I'm treating that. Where is my low? Low is 77. These are single. I just now set this up on my stuff that I was waiting for the time at 95, 30 points. I'm looking at 30, 45 points. So 95 and 9 40. This is the location we want to be in. The SOC, scene of the crime, one tick push, and then for that to figure blowout is 30 points, sorry. Maybe on the low, so trying to bridge the market actually, yeah. So it is now 11:10 for you guys. Lunchtime for me. Now collected my lunch. So trade small, trade smart. Use oilprice.com if you're trading oil. Didn't see the results, actual question results as yet. So I want to get a little deeper into this. I could go into latest release and reach it. So that's what I'm actually gonna do now, and go through it to make sure that I'm in location looking at what are the results versus what was the expected. So right, so here's where you want to be. I'm looking for a retest here, going at 33 flat, 6 points, one single contract to the upside as a grab forward if I do get filled on both the oil trades. I have a single sitting here and a 2 contract sitting up there. More or less looking like a repair. Pretty push to the upside to this level here. So monitor here very closely between 45 and 60. You might be able to trigger off a single trade in any direction, so that will be a high volume node. I'm just looking to get through the SOC because we push too far in the market. We are a little too short in the market volume wise, so be careful, trade small, trade smart, guys. Alright, see you guys tomorrow or this evening.